What I wish I would have known at the start of my ACCA journey. Well, if you're an ACCA student or member for that matter, you're in the right place because I have two qualified members like myself who are going to share their experiences to help you out. So, Palak, feel free to introduce yourself straight away.
Hello, guys, and thank you, James, for being there with us. Myself, Palak Rana, and I'm an ACCA member as well as ACCA tutor. So I am from India, and I am from basically Punjab, where ACCA is not that much recognized. So my main focus is to make people aware about ACCA and provide them affordable ACCA coachings.
That's so sweet, Palak. Sharing your experiences, the mistakes you made, fantastic. And then, Satyarth, I'm going to have to come on to you because it's very overwhelming for me that you've got my lovely background on there. I'm delighted to welcome you onto the channel, but introduce yourself. What's your sort of experience? How can you help out an ACCA student?
So, the mistakes which I have made in my ACCA journey, that was, procrastinating and, not using the ACCA resources, not giving that much weightage because, at that time we were having couple of available resources, and that blend of mixture of resources make things difficult. And the biggest difficulty I have faced in my ACCA journey was the lack of awareness of ACCA.
Hmm.
So that mistake I don't want that other students make, and that's why I'm making people aware about ACCA and spreading knowledge about ACCA and making them, familiar with the concepts and tips regarding ACCAs.
Oh, super. That's really sweet. It's sort of what you didn't have there when you started. Now you're trying to give back on it. And sorry, Satyarth,
Yeah.
I feel Palak's got so excited to get us going. I mean, talk about yourself,
Yes.
Satyarth. What's your experience? How could you help an ACCA student out?
So yeah, hi guys. My name is Satyar Divedi. I've been a trainer for the last 10 years, and I've been an ACCA member for the past 4 years. And one of the mistakes that I've made is the only mistake that I think that I've made is to join the ACCA very late. And yes, I did. But once I did, my life changed like anything. And one more very interesting thing is that the moment I passed ACCA and I started teaching to the students, I started learning that there is a definite gap which the ACCA could fill. And since then, my journey and my life's motivation has been to, help ACCA and, India to fill that skill gap. So that is one motive that I'm working with. Another thing, I've had, all India rank holders. Recently, I had all world rank holder in ATX. So yeah, I've done that kind of work, and it's really not my ranks. It's the students. It's the people who work very very hard. But and it feels good, when once in a while you get that rank and you get that, that kind of validation that okay, you're doing good work. And we are on YouTube, and we are trying to give out as many resources as possible. And thank you so much, James, for, I mean, really, it could not have been a better time, to get connected with you and collaborate with you.
Oh, fantastic. That's very sweet of you, Satyarth. And, we've all been there, the early starts, the late finishes, and the giving back to help students from our mistakes. Mine were not having a good work-life sort of study balance on there, not really sort of taking care of yourself, doing a sort of 6 to 8 hour revision session and expecting to consume all the knowledge. But Palak, what sort of areas do you help your students with that you see common mistakes being made?
See, currently I am on a personalized coaching mode. So, I am available for my students for 24 by 7. At the late night also I make them, and, I personally connect with them and uh, take their mock test, make them, prepared for their interviews. So, whatever they need regarding ACC, regarding tips, regarding, which company they should uh, get involved in, everything what I can try, I am doing my best for them.
Oh, and what are those main ACCA tips that you share with your students?
See, the biggest tips I used to share with them, which I have not, followed at my time. At that time, never ignore ACCA resources.
Mhm.
They are free of cost and they are very much important. So the biggest tip would be this one. And make planners, these small planners. I usually, and now with that I am that much organized that I have a daily routine that yes, today I have to do this thing for myself and my students. So students should follow these simple tips. They should have proper study planner, and like if they are not able to follow that, contribute to the next day, and make arrangement to fulfill that gap. So they should be organized.
Easier said than done, especially if you're working and studying at the same time. I
Yeah.
mean, if any students are watching this now live and they're going, right, I've got so many questions for Palak, for Satyar, for James, leave us a comment down below. We'll be sure to check those out and get back to you. But Satyarth, what are the main tips that you share with your students to be the difference from getting a pass, maybe that they would have failed otherwise?
See, one of the things I would not say, I mean, obviously we know that, it's a professional course, and it's not that you failed, it's just that, you got another attempt. But one of the things that I noted while you were speaking about your journey, and especially the 6 to 8 hour revision and, taking everything in, that one of the mistakes that students are constantly making, and especially those who are at the graduate level or those who are coming right after the school, is that they think they've got a lot of time, and somehow they've been fed that you need to study 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. I can tell you, James, that I've never studied more than 2 hours in a sitting in my entire life, and I passed in all first attempt. In 6 months I was an ACCA. So I can tell you that it's not that you have to give 12 hours every day or 10 hours every day. You have to just be very, very consistent. Consistency is something that is very underrated. And I think the power of compounding really works in all aspects of life, and so it works in your examination as well. If you've been consistent for the 3 months, you'll not have to slog out 10, 12, 18 hours a day, definitely. So this is one thing that I tell everyone, that once you start, just keep pouring those little drops every day.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I was speaking to a UK tutor about that the other day, and he says to his students, he says, even if you can just do 15 minutes, half an hour, just something every day to keep up the momentum. Lots of students who he has who fail when they go and study with him is that they have a 3-4 day gap, and then they struggle to get back into it as well. They find it more difficult to pick up the books. So, yeah, I mean, Palak, I mean, the mock papers, doing questions to time, going through the tuition, how do you advise students for the sort of process from getting started with the module to then hopefully passing?
See, we knew that our circles starts for just a quarter, right? So we have just almost 3 months, right? In that 3 month, you have to make proper planner, just like in the coming first month. As soon as you finish your examination, previous examination, just take 2 to 3 days break. In the initial phase, we knew that student don't study a lot. And frankly speaking, the graduation students, CA background students are different, but graduation students, they don't study a lot. So they need a proper planner that, yes, these topics I will be covering in the first one go month and finish that theory part in first month, right? Within that time period, you will be having your results and hopefully the positive results, and with that time, and start practicing the questions or mock test after that theoretical portion. And yes, the minimum mock test I always recommend is 3, because 3 mock tests, in the first mock test, you will make eventually some silly mistakes, your time management, paper framing, or, like paper pattern, like formulas, or, like just tabular formats. These silly mistakes student make in the first go of mock. In the second go of mock, you go with, covering up those flaws, covering up with the time management that will enhance your confidence. And in the third sitting, you will definitely get 70 plus. If a student is getting 70 plus marks in mocks, he will definitely pass. That it's my experience from my journey, because I was a self-study student. So I evaluated myself with my own mocks. And I attempted 2 to 3 mocks minimum, even it be, I was attempting 2 paper or 1 paper. I attempted mocks.
There are lots of students that just don't do mock papers, and I know it's a lot of time and you've just got to sit down and do it, but you benefit so much. And then the reviewing of the
Yeah.
answers makes a massive,
Yeah.
massive difference.
Time
And
management, we learn about the time management. I always have a stopwatch along with me. And now we have practice platform. That's very good. But at that time, we don't have practice platform. So I have a stopwatch and I have to finish that paper in just that 3 hours, 15 minutes. And after that, I was not writing anything. Even though if I knew something, I just used to, write it later on and evaluate that, yes, this is my position in 3 hours, 15 minutes.
yeah, absolutely spot on. Really good advice there, Palak. And I mean, Satyarth, if you've got a student who comes to you who's failed an exam, what do you advise? A student goes away, changes differently from your experience?
So James, I like to keep it very, very simple. If you've got like less than 30, you've got to study again. If you are from 40 to 50, you're failing in between 40 to 50, you don't have enough exam practice. So rather than failing first time in your exam, where you're paying a hefty fees and everything, fail at your mock, which is again what Palak said. Very, very
Yeah.
important to do the mocks, the mocks, the kits. If you're not solving the kit at least twice, don't even think of attempting the exam. How are you going to solve it? Because obviously we have a paucity of time every time, every attempt we are, we are cramped for time. But what you're going to do is you're going to mark some important questions in the kit, and then you got to do it again whenever you think that, now you're comfortable with that question. Good. I think the professional level exams are not about so much of your knowledge. It's more about your exam management skills. So definitely for every P level paper, I don't want you guys to do anything. What I want you to do, go straight away for APM, AFM, AAA. Just go there, do 5 mocks, come back to me, get it checked. From your first mock to your 5th mock, you're going to make drastic changes and you're surely going to pass. And one more thing that, I want to tell all of my subscribers and Palak subscribers and everyone that James is an FCCA. When do you become an FCCA? When you've completed 5 years as an ACCA, and he's got like a ton of experience, guys. So if you really if you want us to bring James more to you, and if you want to ask him any question, like I'm going to ask him more questions, and if you want to ask, please comment down below, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and please share it to anyone and everyone you know. Right.
Well, that's very sweet of you, Satyarth. And hopefully one day we'll meet in India and I'll come to a couple of institutions
Definitely.
and we'll do a few
Definitely.
live sessions. But to wrap up here, what would be that you have to get on record, Palak, as your final top tip that what you wish you would have known when you're an ACCA student?
The top truth is be confident. The most of the time I have seen, especially in Indian students, that, when they fail, they think that their life has been finished. It's just a paper and it's just a part of life. So, and stand up. I knew that it hurts. We have invested, and in India, it's a lot of money, as compared to UK, it's when it converted. I knew that it's time, it's your money, but stand up, learn from your mistake, and definitely, I was the one who have failed in few papers. I'm open to that. But I was the one who learned from my mistake, and now I am successful in my career. And that was just that the confidence that, yes, I can do it, that matters. When it's not the failure by exam. When your heart fails, when your confidence fails, you will fail. But when you have that confidence that I will stand up again, that's the main thing.
Oh, brilliant. Well, thank you so much for the honesty there. And, I failed 2 exams, AAA, advanced audit, and advanced taxation as well. Oh, my word. Feels like your world's going to crumble around you. But that's
Yeah.
fantastic, Palak. Thank you for being so honest. And Satyarth, what's your final tip that's on the top of your head that you've just got to get out there to have on record?
One of the things that, we think too much about a certain thing. It's just a part, your exams, your degree, it's just a part of you. The more important part, I would say, is keep on talking to people, keep on networking to people who are around you. Not only will it help you when you are given an exam, but it's going to help you after your exam when you're seeking a job as well. Because trust me, that, it's not going to come to you. you have to go to it. Your first job will not find you. You have to find your first job. Go out there, make the best use of your time. Yeah,
Brilliant.
that's
Yeah.
one thing that I want to tell you.
Awesome. Yeah. Whether you're studying or you're qualified, the opportunities are out there. You just got to put yourself on it.
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
well, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate your time. I'll put all of Satyar's and Palak's details, guys, in the description of this video. Check out their super content as well, and make sure you subscribe. But I mean, just last thing to say, a massive thank you. If you've got any questions, give us a comment down below, and we'll see you in another video soon. Thank you very much. Ciao for now.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
James and
guys.
Palak.
Thank you, James.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.